Gemini, I'm Lisi the High Priestess, and you can find me on Lisi the High Priestess on TikTok for my other readings. I have over 500 content. That's how you can tell it's me. Um, Also, you can find me on Lisi's World on TikTok for my other talents. You can find me on Lisi.highpriestess86 on IG. Lisi the High Priestess 2 for TikTok y YouTube Español para mi gente latina. YouTube, press like, subscribe, notification with the notification bell. You can get my lives. If not, you'll have to wait 12 hours. I like to tell unique stories that will not resonate with everyone. The first card that you got out was Truth Expression. Also, it reminded me of Michael Myers. Someone can't tell the truth. Also, I feel like someone can't hide the way they feel. Even for the life of them, their face will tell it all. The facial expressions tell it all that you ever see people that is supposed to be a joyous moment, and they just look so miserable, like two people getting married and they look miserable, as like they look like they were forced to get married. The third eye, clarity. The eyes, chico, the eyes never lie. Distance, retreat, and time out. Like, so I have this video, right, on on my on one of my platforms, and there was this girl, and this guy got down on his knees and he proposed, and she said yes, but she didn't look excited. She was just like, like she didn't really wasn't talking too much. She looked like she was about to cry, but not cry. It didn't look like tears of joy. It looked like damn, I'm going to be trapped with this man forever. And his whole family was there, and the girl in the background was screaming more happier than her, like wow, and she starts to sing and all this, but and she didn't look happy. She looked sad. Transcendence. Who she really is in the inside ain't what you see in the outside. Masculine. It was her masculine, like, and he was. They were like, "You ain't gonna say thank you." There was like comments, lies, liars, narcissist, allegedly. It just seemed like it was forced, very forced. Not your friends. At foe, family over everything, anyways. Midheaven career, midlife, like someone wants to build a family, wants to have kids, and someone still wants to wait and live life, enjoy, their youth. I just feel like someone's not thinking about how the other person feels. I was watching on TikTok today. There was a story of a woman who had this confession, and she's like, "My man proposed to me today, and I don't want to marry him. I told him yes, but I really did not. Like, I don't want to marry him. He did everything." Like, she was explaining why. First off, the guy knows that she's a gold type of woman. She doesn't like silver. He got her a silver ring. Then he got on his knees and proposed to her at McDonald's. And people at McDonald's, some of them were clapping like, "Oh," and then there was looks of disgust, like, what kind of man would propose to his woman at McDonald's? And they have talked about marriage before, and she said if she ever got engaged, she would like for her family to be there. He proposed to her without any of her family members, and she felt like it was for him. Like, her voice is not going to be heard no more. It wasn't even heard in the beginning when she drops hints about what she wants. It reminds me of Is it the Diary of a Black Woman? I don't quite remember, but there's a Tyler Perry movie, right? There's the one with it's one of his movies. I don't think it's the Diary of a Black Woman. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But it is a Tyler Perry movie, and the mom had two daughters. The older one, she didn't like her because she didn't love her father. But and the second time around she got pregnant. She got pregnant by a rich man, okay? Her little sister's father, which was her stepdad. Anyways, there's more into that story about, like, that woman's testimony. Just to make the story short, the mom was very controlling. She only gave a damn about money, and she didn't care if she gave up her daughters to obtain wealth. Well, with the second daughter, she had an arranged marriage with a banker, and the banker would physically abuse her daughter. And throughout the movie, towards the end, Medea, when he comes back looking for her or whatever, because she had called off the wedding or she disappeared or something, she was scared. She didn't want to marry him. Medea was cooking some grits, and she told her, she was like, well, there's some hot grits over there that you can, serve your man, dropping hints. And she was telling him that, like, she was scared, and he was like, how dare you run away from me and all this, and then he starts beating on her. And finally she got herself a backbone. It was the last beating he ever did on her, and it was the first time he ever got hot grits, fresh from the hot skillet pan. In life, I constantly tell everybody we must have healthy boundaries with our family members, with our mates, with our children. No one should have that full amount control over you. You are a voice, you are a person, and you do have choices. Some people want to be controlled. It's it's a thing. But some of us want to be independent. You know, um, I constantly refer back to Ike and Tina Turner. It took a long, long time for Tina Turner to get a backbone. And I'm not shading her. This is no shade. And her best friend, who was like a sister, had a lot of backbone. She stuck up for herself. She spoke. And that man became very abusive towards Tina. And then he started to abuse people around them too. You know, if they try to stop him from hurting her, he started to abuse the person who tried to stop it. But it finally mounted up to that one final moment in that limo where Tina finally had enough. She had ran into her best friend again, and her best friend knew that, as far as battered women, it's almost a battered women syndrome when they keep on going back to their what is it called? There's a certain word for it, but the person that abuses, to their abuser. So she just taught her a certain meditation, humming. It's a Buddhism, and she taught her the simple act of lighting a candle, simple act of humming. All right, and it was almost like a moment where her spirituality finally hit. And this can happen to any of us, whether you're a man, woman, child, whatever. Our spirituality, it activates immediately. The moment you realize there's a higher power, right? And you're dealing with something that you have not found yourself the backbone to get out of. Nobody's around. It's just you and that demon. And it comes to where you have finally found that higher power that you say no more. And don't forget what happened that day. It was the beginning of a brand new life. And that's what it is to go through the what is it, the darkness of the soul. It's a different, it's a fucking word for it. Where you're going through a transformation when your eyes are open, when you can finally see things for what they really are, when you accept something beyond you to help you. And now you see yourself battling a real spiritual warfare that only you can beat with your faith and your belief. Because I believe Tina Turner walked out with nothing, but she left with her name. And although it looked like she had a very successful life, it came with a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. That was her first half of her life. It's what we say southnoid when you're still not found versus to your northnoid when you see things for what they really are. And accepting your truth is hell of a spiritual awakening.